Greetings, everybody. We're back around the table again today to continue our mini look at the Mini Bugout.
It's not a short episode, folks.
If it's a mini lookout, can you only see a little bit of distance away instead of a full lookout?
I would buy a Benchmade lookout. I don't know what that would look like, but
5 foot tall lookout. You can see your immediate area.
Yeah, it's enough. You can still survey.
It's called a stump. I'm standing on a stump.
are you calling this knife a stump?
A little bit, but
It
anyway.
is a little stumpy,
It
yeah.
is a little stumpy.
So yeah, Benchmade came out with a new variation for their Bugout family in the mini size. It's a lot smaller than the original one and a little bit lighter as well.
It's very orange.
Yes,
For when
that
you-
one is.
For when this stupid lightweight knife pops out of your pocket, you can see it very easily.
It's in their hunt series.
This is also.
I
It's
mean,
not.
you have a blue bug out and you've got a green bug out, and sometimes you get a red-headed stepchild that you just have to try to love as possibly as much as you can.
And
Like,
it's the runt, no less. I mean, jeez.
And then you get this sweet imperial bug out that's like, I'm too cool for school.
What is
thing.
this, like
Yeah.
the albino child then? Is that what this is?
Straight up stormtrooper, man. He will shoot you.
He
In
just
the
came
face.
out as a
No, he will
stormtrooper.
try to shoot me and he will miss. And he will continue missing.
You're wrong.
No.
Anyway. The one thing I will say about the minis, they went well above and beyond on lightweight. They're taking it to the next level here.
This is getting
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, they got these guys down to 1.5 ounces.
They just keep putting that stamp on it, being like, no, we're lighter.
And people keep on coming out with variations of lightweight models that are 2.2, 2.4 ounces here and there type of thing. And
Yeah.
1.5.
Benchmade's like, yeah, sub 2 or we're going home.
Yeah, I like
it's,
how you say they're putting the stamp on and proving that they're the lightest, but like, who are they proving it to? They've already proved it.
That's my point. They were already there, and people were trying to compete and still failing. And then they went, no, here you go.
Cowards.
Imagine this knife in CF Elite,
Just puff that.
1.4 ounces.
people are
Yeah.
already predicting it.
Yeah.
Like when,
I can see it, yeah.
Well, if they have it
100%.
in their mainliner size, I wouldn't be surprised if it turned up in the small.
Mhm.
You guys need to stop ignoring there needs to be a mini Super Freak before they start making an
That
upgraded mini bug out
That
here.
would be
Like,
nice.
That
Yeah.
would be awesome, actually.
So, but either way, one of the things we did dabble on the Tuesday episode, and all of us had a similar scoring, but was actually materials versus price point.
Mhm.
And I think it is a conversation that comes up a lot when it comes to Benchmade products in particular. And apparently, a price discrepancy just to get yourself some DL coated blades.
$20 is too much. It's too many dollars.
Mhm. It's kind of seems like it's the standard range that Benchmade uses, but that doesn't take into consideration doing like a Bedlam blade, and it's still only a $20 difference.
It's too much no matter which knife it is, in my opinion, but that's just me.
One gripe I had didn't really come up in the last video was actually the difference in price point between these two. They're asking an extra $20, whether you're looking at an American pricing or Canadian pricing, to go from bare blade to DLC coated.
Just split the difference. And you're going to sell
Yeah.
roughly equal in numbers, probably.
It's a lot. It's a big ask, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know DLC is an expensive process. I know it's a finicky process. I just can't see it costing them even $10 per blade.
It feels like they know that the Stormtrooper version is going to be popular because of that,
That might be the.
and they turned up the price on it because, why not?
And between the two, that one definitely looks way cooler.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
As long as you keep it clean and pristine
Good luck.
and never carry it.
And never touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to smudge up. We've seen ones already within the first week or so of people like playing with them and stuff have already started to develop some scuffs and some soap and water, and that's the only way you can stay on top of this thing looking half decent.
You're going to develop an awesome, like, Mandalorian Stormtrooper armor patina real quick, and that actually might look cool. Yeah.
I like that.
It might look cool. It might be disgusting, and you're going to feel filthy every time you touch the knife, but it might look cool.
Well, Benchmade's thing last year as well was having a whole bunch of exclusives that had the battle wash or the black wash on it. They might as well just take some black shoe polish and just battle wash the white and come out with it as an exclusive.
You know, that probably wouldn't be the worst idea because, like, that's kind of a. I'm hesitating to call it a bold move, but going with white handles, like you're asking for that thing to look disgusting within a week. Even just from the grime from your hands from using it. Like,
particularly because of the way that this handle is molded. It's got almost like an eggshell kind of feel to a lot of the...
Even the smooth parts of it are textured. Where, like, if you contrast, like you and I both have colored Enduras, for instance.
Yeah.
They show grime pretty well, but they're smooth. They're easier to clean. That has a pretty hardcore texture.
Yeah, and it wants to hold on to the dirt.
Yeah. Which, I mean, sure, it's going to hold on to your hand really well, too. But...
Well, and we are dabbling on the white one, but the orange one is going to develop that as well. It's enough of a high-vis orange that you're definitely going to notice some wear. But I think the wearing, like you were talking about the cool wearing that the white would have, I think the orange would actually have some cool wearing and scuffing and blacking up that...
Most definitely, and yeah, you're for sure right that the orange will pick it up as well. It's just more of a concern for me with the white one for how contrasting it will be. It'll be more obvious.
More of a jarring look at the
I think the aging on the orange will be a positive thing. I think the aging on the white will be a negative thing, ultimately, is what it comes down to, right?
That might just be the case.
Might just have to paint one to look like that stormtrooper and then clear coat it.
Paul's on a theme.
Wow, yeah.
Something I heard the people complain about as well, and it's not that big of a deal for me personally, but I did hear it come up, was how they didn't get the orange the same color that the handle was. There's definitely some conflict on the orange color of the anodizing compared to
yes, but there's only so much you can do with anodizing. There's only a certain range of colors that are easily accessible.
That orange is also the same orange that's on all of their Hunt series foam studs.
With the anodizing,
yeah.
So they had it in stock.
They're going with a known quantity when they're doing that.
I personally don't have a problem with it.
I actually like it. I like that they're different colors. It adds visual interest. If it was all the same color, it might bug me a little bit, actually.
Yeah, I could see that.
And that's just purely from a visual standpoint, but still.
And then for me as well, on the Tuesday episode, I did give this, I believe it was a scoring of 5 for the aesthetics. I threw it down there myself. I was expecting something a little bit different in the fact of the actual blade width. And I have the Mini H&K that Benchmade also produced. And you can actually see the depth of the blade itself is a little bit longer. When you even look at original Bugout, we don't have one right now, but it does definitely have a fatter blade.
For the Bugout one, it is proportionally smaller, though.
I get that, but I would have liked to see, and this is just me personally, and maybe some of the camera angles of the pictures that we saw kind of gave a perspective of almost like
you wanted to have a taller blade,
a chubby Mini Bugout almost.
Actually, why I like it more is because it's not chubby.
Well, you like it because it looks like a sequel. Let's be honest here.
A little bit, but I hadn't really even noticed it that much until you pulled up the H&K, and that really struck out in my mind that. Wow, the
difference of
it's kind of awkward being that short with it being that wide. I like these blades a lot better for the proportions of them.
This
he likes narrow blades.
Well, this
proportions and how it matches and stuff.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I like the way it looks.
Functionally, though, this does have a higher grind than the Mini H&K, and it does have a much thinner blade stock. I actually don't recall what that is, but it's like a 2.5 or a 2 mil or something. Yeah. It's thin, especially for a Benchmade.
Yeah, and the viewers also have to keep in mind that Ennis does have a preference for chubby, stubby little knives.
You'll see me pull out MPRs and Techno Chews, and
I like those knives too.
So his opinion on that is definitely biased for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But again, when I saw some pictures of the first batches of them and them coming out, I did actually have in my mind that I thought it was going to be a little fatter.
So would you be happy if they did a new ultra wide mini, and it's like 50%
It's too late.
wider.
You can't go back now.
No,
It's
no,
too
no.
late.
It's a whole new model.
No, at that
Don't
point,
ruin it.
at that point, we're just getting into the Super Freak, so they should just make the Super Freak and be
There it
done
is.
with that,
Sure,
and we'll
there
all
it
be
is.
happy.
Yeah. Just don't use plastic for the handles.
No.
Just keep it the G10.
But even still, like the cutting edge, and you were talking about the slicing performance. If they had made it like a slightly wider blade, even better cutting, even
Yeah, they could have
Yes.
done a steeper angle.
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
They could have rocked that Spyderco tech.
yeah.
Mhm.
And you were talking about how you ranked it high on cutting performance on your Tuesday episodes.
It's slicey.
Yeah.
It really is.
But yeah, again, you could work with that and make that thing absolutely crazy, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, so like you were saying, Dennis, the fact that this is in that form factor of the Benchmade sequel makes me want to put some upgraded scales on this thing, and kind of carries in a classy little small, gentlemanly office carry kind of pocket knife.
as soon as I see blue sunburst anodized aluminum scales for market, you might talk me into a bug out as well. But it's going to look weird with orange on it
You're gonna have to buy the expensive one.
Yeah.
with the blue. I'm telling you. Yeah.
I don't know if I would want one to be exactly the same as the sequel, but
So get it in red.
yeah, well, not necessarily the same pattern or whatnot, but having some really nice fancy scales might make me want to buy one of these. Yeah.
Some nice titanium or some carbon fiber or something like that.
Mhm.
Micarta.
Do you think Benchmade will eventually do the same kind of limited run they did with the translucent butterfly guy we showcased not too long ago?
I don't think there's going to be enough room just for.
That's why it just looks like a blob. And when people ask what it is, you tell them it's the cocoon.
I was gonna
It's
say,
just like
they're gonna do a caterpillar.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. That's a better idea. Yeah.
Oh my.
It'll snake around the screws.
I don't like that.
No, you
No.
shouldn't.
No, so on that bombshell there, we'll just carry on and give a big giant thank out to the Cutting Edge for once again lending us these toys for our review purposes.
It's still clean.
Yay!
Night's not over.
That's fine.
We're not done.
And then head on over to Instagram there. That's where you're going to hear all of our information when it comes to a video going up, if we're doing a giveaway, just kind of the backbone of like if
How
you
we
need
communicate
information.
with you guys,
Exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, follow us over on Instagram.
And then once you're done doing that, head on over to the Patreon page and see if you want to help support our crazy antics here and see if there's any tiers that you'd be willing to donate on.
There's some nice kickbacks. There's some stuff you should check out. Giveaways and whatnot.
There are some cool
Definitely.
things.
And I guess lastly, if you're not subscribed already, we'd love you guys too. Actually,
Yeah.
do the subscribe, ring the notification buzzer when
Ding ding.
new emails, new videos, emails. I don't know. We're
Something-
not sending out
Do we
emails
publish
yet.
emails?
I'm not personally sending you an email. I'm just saying right now. But
I like to think we're pretty regular for the last, how long now?
Yeah. It's been consistent.
100%.
So yeah, that all being that, this is Nigel the Smith signing off.
I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
And I'm XL.ca.
We will catch you again next week.
We don't need